is an absolutely beautiful day outside. It is overcast and has been raining in Arizona, which is absolutely amazing. We don't get that a whole lot. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this idea of collapsing. And this was a concept that was explained to me by this amazing woman that I absolutely love and am just really inspired by. And when she was explaining this concept to me, a lot of things in my mind started to click. And I started to realize that I do this all the time. And I've been noticing clients doing this recently. And so I wanted to share this idea with you guys in hopes that it would help you. Collapsing is when you take two things and you combine them together and you think that somehow those two things are related. And really they're not. And so I'll give you guys an example of what collapsing looks like. Children do this a lot when they collapse their actions or their behaviors and their parents' love for them. So what this may sound like is, when I am a good girl, mommy and daddy love me. And the problem with that is because they've collapsed those two things, when they're bad, now they think mommy and daddy don't love me. And they've somehow combined these things and think that these two things are related. And in actuality, those two things are very separate. Love exists. And as a parent, if you're a parent, you know love exists, period. I love you. That's it. And then there's this separate thing going on where you either did something you shouldn't have done or you did something that you should have done. And that has absolutely no bearing on whether I love you or not. And as we grow older, we learn to do this with friends and families and boyfriends or girlfriends. If they don't do this, they must not love me. If they don't take me out on a second date, they must not think I'm attractive enough. And we start to collapse many things. I see people do this all the time with their fitness goals. And it sounds something along the lines of, I just don't feel worthy enough. I don't feel good enough. I would if I lost 30 pounds. My husband would love me more if I was a size 2. Right? And so we collapse these things together, and here's what we need to do. We need to pull these things apart. The truth of the matter is you are valuable, you are amazing, you are worthy, you are unique. There is only one of you on this entire planet, and that is completely separate, and nothing you say or do will ever change that. You are already enough. Then you have this separate issue of, I have this body that I have, and it is the way that it is now because of the way that I have decided to eat and to exercise or not exercise. And those are two very completely different situations. And first, what we need to realize is that we are valuable and that we are worthy of love, and that all of these things are amazing and great about us and have absolutely nothing to do with the number on the scale. And the moment that we can separate those things, we can focus on how to change the body into what we would like it to be without getting caught up in the mental battle of, but am I enough? And am I valuable? And am I worthy? The answer is yes. The answer will always be yes, no matter what you look like when you look in the mirror. It is constant. You can't change that. What you can do is highlight. You can highlight your value. You can use it. You can reach your potential. And you can do those things by working on yourself, by having energy to do those things, by being clear-minded, by being disciplined. And those are some of the things that you're going to learn and feel when you get your body in line. I'm a very huge advocate for working out and getting active and eating right. But as much as I advocate it, I do not think it should be done when the mindset is, I need to do this in order to become of value. That is not why we should be working out. That is not why we should be eating appropriately. We should be working out and we should be eating appropriately because we are valuable. Because you wouldn't put unleaded gas in a car that you spent $200,000 on. Right? Nobody's going to put unleaded in the Ferrari. That's just not what you do. You realize first that you are special, that you are amazing, that you were made so unique. You're such an individual and you have so many things to offer. You have so much power within you. And it has absolutely nothing to do with the scale. And people get discouraged because somehow they think, if I could lose weight, if I could get this size, if I could just do this, my value will increase. People will love me more. Guys will love me more. And the truth of the matter is, that doesn't happen. You won't find any more value or worth in yourself by changing your physical appearance. What you may find is that you have more confidence, that you have more respect for yourself, that you have more discipline, and all of those things could be used to highlight all of the natural, amazing things that already exist in you today.